Hey guys, it's Don from Air15, and we're here live at Airsoft Revolution 15 doing a product comparison between the Stryker AS01 and the AS02. So you may be thinking to yourself, man, the AS02? What's so different about it? Let's take a look real quick. So the AS02 is a brand new release by Elite Force. They just released recently as far as their new lineup, as far as the AS line. As you can see, this is actually a much shorter version. As you can see, it's almost like a more than a foot difference as far as the barrel lengths on these. So going from the end, coming a little bit down, you also have an M-LOK rail system right here, so you can put different attachments on, where this is going to be plain. Now, these are interchangeable, where they do sell them aftermarket, so this could look like this. But out of the box, we're talking about out of the box right now, as far as between the two. Going back a little more on the receiver, the magazine itself, out of the box, is going to come a little bit differently. This is going to be a larger 50-round magazine, and this one's going to hold about half, but it's a little bit shorter. Magazine well, you got the two blocks right here for the magazine to fit in. Right here, you got the slight slant on there between the two. They are interchangeable, so you could put the small one into the big one, and the big one into the small gun. They also have similar magazine releases. Now it's going to start to become a little bit differently. Looking at the bolts, the bolt handle, this is going to be like your standard Remington style bolt handle, whereas this one's going to have any large knobs, so it's actually better to grip. Flopping over to the other side, as you can see, you do have a slit indicator when you pull the bolt action back, whereas this one's actually going to have a little circle indicator. So they're going to be a little bit different when it comes to them. Going from the top, you can actually see this does have a split rail system, where this is actually full monolithic. So you see it does have a little flat right here, whereas all the way here, you got more rail. Going to the back of the bolt, right here, like I said, a little more slender. This has like a little extra knob on there for better tactileness when it comes to those. The stock, going back to the stock and the chassis itself, this one does come up a little bit more as far as to get a higher, better cheek weld, where this one tends to be a little more lower and slimmer. Going back here where the grip is, you can see this is flat, but this actually has some finger grooves in it to better grip it. Now they both definitely do have the tools underneath as far as disassembly and hop adjustment, so that's a standard feature that is interchangeable between the two. And then going back to the final back, right here you have a really thick rubber pad to kind of help with the bolt handle, whereas this one's actually going to be a hard plastic, but it has the added wire that are commonly found actually in saws as far as support guns for better stability when shooting. On a bolt action, we'll see. We'll see how that works. But they both have, safety. Oh, the trigger! I was about to say, because they both have manual safeties right here, but this trigger is going to be a nice curved trigger, where this one actually hinges, where you actually have the safety. So if you don't pull it right, it's going to stop unless you actually pull down here first and then all the way. Now, so they're very similar, but they're also very different.
Hello, Darren.
Hi.
We're live. We'll be right with you, Bubba.
So going on to the chrono. I'm going to use one magazine on this one because they are interchangeable. So let's get this loaded up real quick as we head over to the chrono. And then to the shooting range.
You're like, usually we cut right here.
We're going to start off with the original.
Tell them when we got shipment. Buckets.
Yes.
Tell everybody we got shipment.
Oh, by the way, we're doing this right now because we got shipment. We got stuff from Condor. So you see all this, cool stuff that's going to get up on the wall. Pouches, magazine pouches, accessories. We did have Elite Force come in, thus the bolt action, as far as when it comes to those. So we got green gas, we got 20 grams, we got slick, we got all this other cool stuff. So, going with the AS01, which I'm going to have to pull this out to show you because this is a long rifle. 419. Now remember, these are 0.20 gram BBs. 416. One more. Now you see the cocking indicator right there with the red. See, it's a little slit that comes out to let you know you're ready to go. And then 414. Drop the mag.
Rate of fire.
As fast as I can pull it.
This is a joke.
All right, here we go. Now you can see on this cock indicator, it just come out in like a circular fashion.
Ah, okay.
Pretty cool.
More subdued.
Mm-hmm. And this is actually much easier to chrono. 420. 425. 425. So as you can see on this one, a little higher FPS on the shorter one, but I can definitely feel it's a little more stiffer than that one because you have a longer barrel. It makes it easier to get that higher FPS. Now, moving on to the shooting portion of this video. That's how we do it all in order.
Now you see it?
Nice.
Eyes blended, that's why.
Let me see if I can do both at the same one. Should be accurate enough.
You're gonna do both at the same time?
Not at the same time. Let me get a couple test shots. Make sure I'm not missing easy. All right. I'm going for a left target on the short AS02. Let me get my shoulder stacked up. Get this man a booster seat. Try to get consistent. One more.
That's like a super short.
Yeah, these are actually meant to be short strokes. So instead of like the other ones that have much longer piston throw, this is actually going to be a lot shorter. Let me go put this down. Go on to the next one. Any comments so far?
Nope.
Okay.
Let me go check the box real quick before you. Okay. And here's the spread. So we have one here, 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 there. And he is using 0.220 gram babies. Still about the size of a hand. And he's like unstably shooting, like on his toes. Nobody wanted to see that though. Here, I'll show you guys.
Test fire. Oh yeah. Much smoother, because a lot lighter on the spring. Alright, going for target.
I did notice like you weren't tiptoeing this time.
Yeah.
And the whole reason was because of the cheek weld, right?
The cheek was a little on the higher end, so in order to get that nice flam, I had to use my short little legs to
Yeah, you
get
can
up
tell in
over.
your shots. You're a little bit more wider spread. Okay, so left side is the
AS01. Right side, AS02. I think if I had a little bigger target, I'd probably do a little differently as far as the grouping. But this is just straight out of the box, no tuning. I just got the general, hey, let's get on target and see what we're doing. So at 70 feet, that's not bad. I mean, I can definitely hit.
It looks like the long one is still like a tighter spread than what we got going on here. But then again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and they kind of do one of these.
6.
That's like an oddball.
Yeah.
And here we have, it stays
A
consistent.
little more centric. Cool.
Final thoughts? Do you want to do it in here?
Yeah, just final thoughts. AS01 versus AS02. AS02 would be great for like indoor, close quarter, bolt action if you're into that kind of stuff. Plus, it provides actually a lot smaller profile. So if you actually were to take it out, it's still definitely capable of reaching out and touching someone for sure. But it's a lot lighter, more maneuverable, easier to come up. I did like the feel of this one better because I can come up a lot easier as compared to like the longer AS01. Whereas over here, you know, I got the rubber grip, so it does kind of grab a little bit as I'm coming up, but, you know, I think...
Your traditional sniper rifle.
Right, traditional, longer, but I don't know. I think I may have to lean towards AS02 on this one. You know, bigger bolt handle, easier to grab, easier to hold on to, a little more comfortable, and a little more slidey. But that's me. You tell me your thoughts down in comment below as what you think between the AS01 and AS02, and you can definitely come check these out here at Airsoft Revolution 15. So, from our film to yours, live the game.